My partner shared, understand your value, ladies. Don't agree to anything beneath you. After turning down my proposal, I reacted to the post and replied, gentlemen, also. 6 months later, she noticed my engagement reveal. Her anxious call that evening exposed, I, 29, male, still can't believe I'm saying this, but here it is. Need to let this out because the last day has been eye-opening. So, around 7 months ago, I proposed to my girlfriend, Natalie, 28. We'd been together 4 years, living together for 2. I believed we were steady. We talked about weddings, children, the full future deal. She always sounded thrilled when the subject came up. I arranged a sentimental evening. Nothing wildly pricey. I'm an accountant, not in tech, but intentional. Took her to the botanical gardens where we first met. Waited until sunset by the fountain. Got on one knee with a ring I'd budgeted 6 months for. Classic solitaire. Exactly the style she'd once pointed at. She adored. She declined. Not maybe or let's have a discussion. Just no. Said she wasn't there yet. Felt it was all going too quickly after 4 years. Needed self-discovery and to experience more. I'm kneeling there like a fool as strangers stare. The ride back was wordless. She left 3 days later to stay with Melissa. That was it. Here's the twist. That same night, she writes online, understand your value, ladies. Never accept anything beneath you. Chaff, ascend, boss babe. Know your worth. The replies were as expected. Preach, queen. You deserve more. Never lower your standards. Her crew boosting her like she fled captivity instead of turning away someone loyal. I scrolled through it at 2 a.m. For years. I stood by her switching careers, helped tackle her college debt, supported her through her father's illness, and I was apparently the settling option. So, I liked her post and replied, gentlemen, also. The echoing silence afterward said plenty. She erased my comment in under an hour, but mutual contacts had already seen. Whatever. I shut down. Work, workouts, sleep, loop. Removed social media from my phone. Focused inward. Started therapy, why not? Best call ever. BW helped me see I'd been shrinking myself to let her feel taller. 2 months later, my colleague Jenna, 26F, asked if I wanted coffee after a brutal audit. Just friends, she knew my situation. We began spending time. She was different, honest, knew her mind, noticed my efforts rather than always demanding more. Coffee led to meals, then dating. I kept it quiet, not trying to rebound, but it felt like breathing again after being underwater. Fast forward, last week, Jenna and I got engaged. She proposed. Said she was sure and didn't want to delay. I said yes on the spot. We shared a simple announcement, just a hiking photo with adventure partner for life. Yes! My phone flooded with cheers. Friends, family, coworkers. It felt good. Then, at 11:43 p.m., Natalie called. I almost ignored it but picked up. Hello. Heavy breath. Then, are you for real right now? Natalie. 6 months. Mason. 6 months. And you're engaged? I stayed cool. Yes. Congratulations are usually traditional. To your coworker, the shy one in accounting? Jenna's not shy. She's just private about success. Her name is Jenna. We're happy. This is wild. We dated for 4 years. How could you just move on, like when you proposed and I said no? Silence. Then the revelation. I didn't think you'd really move on. I figured you'd wait. Wait for what? Here's where she exposed the real 6-month journey. Update 1. Holy wow, the replies to my story. Thank you. Now, the rest of that call, it worsens. After I asked, wait for what, she went quiet. Then cried, not sad tears, frustrated ones. I needed to explore. Okay. Melissa kept bragging about men she met, bankers, lawyers, business owners. Said I was too young to lock in my first serious love. I laughed, literally. So I was the backup plan? No, I had to be sure. I figured if I dated a bit, tried things, then we could reunite and I'd know you were it. Rejecting me publicly? I didn't think you'd read it. We share 137 mutual friends, Natalie. She got tense. You don't get the pressure women face. Melissa showed me articles about women who marry their first partner and regret it. I didn't want to resent you later. So instead, you humiliated me and thought I'd stay loyal while you experimented? It wasn't like that. I barely saw anyone. That was telling. Barely. More silence. The guys Melissa introduced me to weren't it. Queen Natalie's level-up mission flopped. The banker just wanted flings. The lawyer vanished after 2 dates when I wouldn't sleep with him. The entrepreneur? Jobless, lives with parents, just posts well. I figured out fast that what we had was real. I was planning to reconnect after a year. Pretend I'd matured. You'd propose again. Happily ever after on false terms. It wasn't fake. I did grow. I know what I want. Yeah, your safety net. Sorry, but this net found someone who picked me from the start. She exploded. Screamed about Jenna being a downgrade and rebound. Accused me of moving too fast to spite her. Claimed our mutuals found it fishy how soon I bounced back. I stayed calm. Natalie, you ended us. You made it clear I wasn't enough. I respected that and moved forward. I found someone who treats me as their first pick, not their fallback while they shop around. You're screwing up. She doesn't even know you like I do. You're right. She never met the me who dimmed himself to keep someone else comfortable. She knows the version who shows up. I prefer him. Then she shot back, when you realize your loss and come crawling, I'll be long gone. Great, because I'm not crawling anywhere. Goodbye, Natalie. I hung up. Thought it was finished. Wrong. Update 2. 3 days since the call. Buckle up, Natalie and friends went wild. First up, Melissa. She messaged Jenna on Instagram before Jenna even knew her. The note was manipulation gold. Hey girl, reaching out woman to woman. I know Mason's ex and you deserve some truth about your fiancé. He's clearly using you as a rebound. He chased Natalie endlessly. Proposed after pestering her for months. When she asked for space to think. He basically stalked her social platforms. Now he's smothering you with affection just to trigger her jealousy. Don't buy it. You seem kind and deserve more than being someone's revenge romance. Jenna showed me instantly. We laughed. Then she replied, appreciate the heads up, but it's strange you're this focused on my relationship instead of your friend's dating disasters. How'd those introductions go again? Melissa blocked her right after. Meow. But the chaos didn't stop there. The flying monkeys came out next, mutuals suddenly reaching out to check in. Brad, who hadn't messaged me in forever. Yo man. Heard about the engagement. Kinda quick, huh? Sure you're not moving too fast. My old roommate Derek, bro, Natalie's a wreck. Maybe you two should talk. Even my cousin texted, Natalie reached out. She's concerned you're making rash choices. Maybe take a beat. The nerve. One post online, and suddenly people who vanished during my healing have opinions about my happiness. 20 minutes later, Natalie rang me from a new number. I'd blocked her old one. I picked up, knowing this would be wild. Mason, let's talk like adults. We don't need to talk. You're clearly upset and acting out. I understand, but destroying what we had over ego. What we had was a relationship where you shopped for something better while keeping me on standby. We had 4 years where I thought we were building something, and you were waiting for something shinier. That's not intact anymore, Natalie. You broke it. I made a mistake. People mess up. Yeah, and yours was assuming I'd stick around while you figured out if I was enough. Mine was proposing to someone already half gone. So Jenna's just a retaliation move? I'm with Jenna because she saw me and said, yes, him. No hesitations. No side quests. Just yes. She changed approach. What about when I helped you through CPA prep? Your mom's illness? I was there. You were. And I was there for your dad's surgery, your career switch, your anxiety attacks. That's what partners do. But support doesn't give you ownership of my future. I know you, Mason. This isn't like you. You never rush. You think everything through. Maybe because I spent 4 years overthinking how to keep you happy and forgot to ask if I was. Silence. Then quietly, were you not happy? I was, happy enough. But that's not enough anymore. So this is it? For years gone for someone you met a few months ago. No. I'm choosing to build something better with someone who picked me first. Not someone who circled back after window shopping. This won't last. If it doesn't, at least it's built on truth. That's more than I can say for what we had. I ended the call. Thought that was the finale. Nope. Yesterday brought the twist. Update 3. So remember how Natalie was casting herself as the devastated ex who messed up once? About that. Jenna and I were out for dinner when her phone buzzed. Her best friend Rachel sent her screenshots from a dating app. Guess who had a profile? Queen Natalie herself. But here's the kicker. It was created 5 months ago, 2 months before she rejected me. The bio read, entrepreneur mindset. Seeking someone ambitious who matches my energy. No time for mediocrity. The screenshots showed chats where she said she was newly single and ready to level up in every way. I did the timeline math. She was on dating apps while we were ring shopping, while I was saving for the engagement she claimed was too soon. Jenna asked if I wanted to see the rest. I said yes, I needed to. The messages were eye-opening. Her telling strangers I was kind but unmotivated. That she wanted a man who could fund the lifestyle she deserved. That she felt too young to settle. One guy asked why her last relationship ended. Her answer, I outgrew him. He settled for mediocrity. I'm chasing excellence. Mediocrity. For years of loyalty, effort, love, shared goals reduced to mediocrity. But the real gem? Her activity status. She'd updated the profile 3 days ago after our tearful phone call. New pics. New bio, Phoenix Rising. Know your worth. Add tax. I looked at those screenshots and laughed. Not out of bitterness, relief. Because now it was all clear. And then, like fate had more receipts to deliver, Natalie texted from yet another number. Mason, I've been thinking deeply. I'm willing to forgive you for reacting so fast. If we both take responsibility, we can rebuild. I understand now you needed to feel chosen. She's willing to forgive me. I screenshotted that message and, for the first time in months, posted on social media. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Grateful for the lessons. Even more grateful for what's next. Also added, pro tip, if you're gonna play games, don't leave receipts on dating apps. Tagged Jenna with, thanks for choosing me first. Always. My phone blew up. Friends who'd been buying Natalie's version finally saw the truth. Messages poured in. Bro, I had no clue. She said you ghosted her. Wait, she was already dating during your proposal plans? Derek called. Man, I'm sorry. She spun it like you snapped after the rejection. I should have known. Even my cousin messaged, wow. She definitely didn't mention all this. My bad. But the final twist? Natalie's meltdown. She exposed her real self. Final update. A week since the blow-up. This is the last one. I'm done giving this any more air. After my post, Natalie lost it. Launched a full Instagram story tirade about being manipulated and gaslighting, how I was weaponizing vulnerability and turning people against her. The woman who was quietly active on dating apps while we were still in a committed relationship was accusing me of manipulation. The irony wrote its own punchlines. But here's where she made her fatal mistake. She forgot Melissa still had full access to those dating profiles. They'd been optimizing them together. And Melissa, watching public opinion shift, decided it was time to jump ship. She leaked everything to her friend group. Turns out Natalie didn't just open a profile 2 months before shutting down my proposal. She had already been actively dating for 5 months before that night. Not just idly browsing real dates, in-person meetups, telling men she was totally single. There was even a spreadsheet. I'm serious. She and Melissa built a full spreadsheet ranking men based on income, career path, attractiveness, and long-term potential. My name? Yep, I was on it too. Scored decently on stability, ranked number 4, but in terms of lifestyle potential, I was 11th out of 15. Number 11. The guy ranked first? A venture capitalist who turned out to be a crypto clown who lost everything in a memecoin collapse. She had been grooming that option for months, waiting to monkey branch over to him. But when his little empire went poof 2 weeks before I proposed, suddenly I didn't look so bad. She didn't say no to find herself. She said no because she thought she could upgrade from number 11. When the dream upgrade ghosted her, the plan was to circle back to reliable 11. Melissa sent the entire story to our old group chat, ending with, "I can't keep covering for her. She used me too." The chat went dead. Then it exploded. People were furious, not just about the cheating, but the manipulation. How she'd twisted the narrative to make people choose sides under false pretenses. How she'd framed me as the impulsive rebound guy just because I found happiness. Natalie tried to salvage her image. Started posting stories about fake friends, betrayal, and being misunderstood. Then came the inevitable victim shield. As a woman, I'm not allowed to have standards without being torn apart. Standards. That's what she called a spreadsheet ranking humans like job applicants. Followers began vanishing by the hour. Meanwhile, men she'd chatted with while still in our relationship came forward with screenshots. One of them shared a message where she said, "I'm just waiting for my boyfriend to propose so I can see the ring before I decide. Not waiting to see if our love is strong. Waiting to judge the ring." Then came her final act. She showed up at my apartment. Luckily, I'd already alerted security and given them her photo. I got a call. "Sir, there's a Natalie here. Says it's urgent." "Is she hurt or in danger?" "No, sir." "Then ask her to leave. If she refuses, involve the police." She stormed off, but not before making a public scene that several residents filmed. One video hit TikTok with the title, entitled "X Causes Scene After Backup Plan Gets Engaged." It went mildly viral. Last I checked, over 800,000 views. Yesterday, she sent one last text from yet another unknown number. "Congrats, Mason. You won. You ruined my name and turned people against me. Hope you're happy with your downgrade. When she cheats on you, and she will, just remember you had someone who loved you enough to be sure. But you couldn't wait. Your pride couldn't take it. Enjoy your bland life with your bland wife. You deserve each other." I didn't reply. I forwarded it to my lawyer friend who's been collecting all this nonsense in case it escalates. But here's what matters. I am happy. Genuinely, peacefully, boringly happy. Jenna and I cook dinner together most nights. We binge the dumbest shows and laugh until we cry. She leaves notes in my lunchbox. I surprise her with flowers because it's Tuesday. We're planning a small wedding not to show off, but because we want to build something real. She saw me broken and chose me anyway. I saw her fully and chose her back. No games. No backup options. No rankings. Natalie's right about one thing. We do deserve each other. Last I heard, she moved back to her hometown and wiped most of her social media. Melissa posted vague story quotes about real friends and growing through adversity. But that original Know Your Worth post? Still up. My Kings 2 comment is gone, but the internet never forgets. Someone even turned the post into a meme. Know Your Worth, Queens, followed by screenshots of her dating app while in a relationship. Brutal. But I didn't share it. I didn't need to. Funny thing about worth. It's not what you believe you deserve, it's what you offer. I had to learn that the hard way. So did she. This chapter is closed. Wedding planning is actually fun when you're doing it with someone who wants you, not the version they think they can sculpt. If you're reading this and going through something similar, if someone treats you like an option, not a priority, believe them. Don't wait for them to appreciate you. Be with someone who does, from the beginning. And yeah, Kings, know your worth too. Peace out. Edit. Yes, Jenna knows all of this. She read every part before I posted. She saw the spreadsheet and laughed. Only number 11? Babe, you're top 3 on the right woman's list. She's the real MVP. Also, to the people saying I moved on too fast with Jenna, maybe. But when you've spent years auditioning for love, being chosen without hesitation is healing. We're grown. We know what we want. Why stall? Final edit. Natalie found this post. Sent a long-winded email through a lawyer claiming defamation and emotional distress. My lawyer friend says it's garbage. Truth is a complete defense, and I've got receipts for every word. She's demanding I take the post down and pay $15 for reputational damage. Yes, $15. For the reputation she nuked by cheating and lying. My friend replied simply, all statements are factual and documented. Cease contact with my client. Further harassment will result in legal action. We haven't heard a word since. Turns out, living well really is the best revenge. That and having a fiancé who finds this whole saga hilariously absurd. We're moving on, stronger, and absolutely immune to the drama and gaslighting.